Section R314.3 of the 2021 International Residential Code addresses smoke alarms in sleeping rooms. This section mandates the specific placement and requirements for smoke detectors to ensure adequate warning in the event of a fire. The core of this code provision centers on the necessity of having operational and properly installed smoke alarms in all sleeping rooms. This requirement aims to provide early detection of fires, giving occupants sufficient time to evacuate safely. These smoke alarms should be hardwired to the electrical system of the residence. Hardwiring ensures that the smoke alarm receives a continuous power supply, reducing the risk of it being disabled due to dead or missing batteries. In addition to being hardwired, the smoke alarms must include a battery backup. The battery backup serves as a secondary power source in case of a power outage. This dual power source approach ensures that the smoke alarm remains functional even when the main electrical supply is interrupted. This is vital because fires can occur during power outages, and a functioning smoke alarm can still provide critical early warning. The interconnection of smoke alarms is another crucial aspect of the code. Interconnection means that when one smoke alarm detects smoke and sounds an alarm, all interconnected smoke alarms throughout the residence also sound. This feature ensures that occupants are alerted to a fire, regardless of where they are in the building. For example, if a fire starts in a basement bedroom, the interconnected smoke alarm in an upstairs bedroom will also sound, alerting occupants who might not otherwise hear the alarm from the basement. The interconnection requirement is typically achieved through a wired connection between the smoke alarms. However, wireless interconnection systems are also permitted, provided they meet specific performance standards. These wireless systems offer greater flexibility in installation, particularly in existing buildings where running wires can be difficult. The code also specifies the locations within the sleeping rooms where smoke alarms should be installed. The optimal location is typically on the ceiling or high on a wall as smoke rises. However, the specific distance from walls and ceilings must adhere to the manufacturer's instructions to ensure proper functioning. A proper placement can reduce the effectiveness of the smoke alarm, delaying detection and potentially endangering occupants. Regular testing and maintenance of smoke alarms are also essential for ensuring their continued functionality. The code requires that smoke alarms be tested monthly to verify that they are operating correctly. This can be done by pressing the test button on the smoke alarm and listening for the alarm sound. If the alarm does not sound, the battery should be replaced or the unit should be inspected for any malfunctions. Smoke alarms also have a limited lifespan and should be replaced every 10 years, or as recommended by the manufacturer. Over time, the sensors in smoke alarms can become less sensitive, reducing their ability to detect smoke accurately. Replacing smoke alarms at the recommended intervals ensures that they continue to provide reliable protection. Furthermore, it is important to keep smoke alarms free from dust and debris, which can interfere with their operation. Regular cleaning with a vacuum cleaner or a soft brush can help to maintain their sensitivity. The code also addresses the requirements for smoke alarms in existing buildings. While newer construction is subject to the most current codes, existing buildings may have different requirements based on the codes in effect at the time of construction. However, any alterations or renovations to an existing building typically trigger the requirement to upgrade the smoke alarm system to meet current code standards. This ensures that even older buildings have an adequate level of fire protection. The installation of smoke alarms must comply with the manufacturer's instructions and any applicable local codes. Local jurisdictions may have additional requirements that exceed the minimum standards set forth in the International Residential Code. It is important to consult with local building officials to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. Properly installed and maintained smoke alarms are a critical component of fire safety in residential buildings. By adhering to the requirements of Section R314.3 of the 2021 International Residential Code, homeowners and builders can significantly reduce the risk of fire-related injuries and fatalities. The interconnection requirement ensures that all occupants are alerted to a fire, regardless of their location within the building. The hardwired power supply with battery backup provides a reliable power source, even during power outages. Regular testing and maintenance are essential for ensuring the continued functionality of smoke alarms. The code also specifies the proper placement of smoke alarms within sleeping rooms, maximizing their effectiveness. Compliance with these code provisions is not only a legal requirement, but also a moral obligation to protect the safety of occupants. The International Residential Code provides a comprehensive framework for ensuring fire safety in residential buildings, and Section R 314.3 plays a critical role in that framework. By understanding and adhering to these requirements, homeowners and builders can create safer living environments for themselves and their families. The importance of early fire detection cannot be overstated. Smoke alarms provide a critical warning, giving occupants valuable time to escape a fire. The code requirements for smoke alarms in sleeping rooms are designed to maximize the chances of early detection and provide the greatest possible protection against fire-related injuries and fatalities. The International Residential Code is regularly updated to reflect advancements in fire safety technology and best practices. Staying informed about the latest code changes is essential for ensuring compliance and maintaining the highest level of fire protection. Local building officials and fire departments can provide valuable information and guidance on code requirements and fire safety practices. Their expertise can help homeowners and builders navigate the complexities of the code and ensure that their buildings are safe and compliant. The use of interconnected smoke alarms significantly enhances fire safety by ensuring that all occupants are alerted to a fire, regardless of their location within the building. This is particularly important in larger homes or homes with multiple levels, where occupants may not be able to hear a smoke alarm sounding in another part of the house. Interconnection can be achieved through a wired connection or through wireless technology. Wired interconnection requires running wires between the smoke alarms, while wireless interconnection uses radio frequencies to communicate between the devices. Wireless systems offer greater flexibility in installation, but it is important to ensure that the system is reliable and meets all applicable standards. The location of smoke alarms within sleeping rooms is also critical for their effectiveness. Smoke rises, so the optimal location is typically on the ceiling or high on a wall. However, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions regarding the specific distance from walls and ceilings. Some smoke alarms are designed to be mounted on the wall, while others are designed to be mounted on the ceiling. The mounting location should be chosen based on the design of the smoke alarm and the manufacturer's recommendations. The maintenance of smoke alarms is essential for ensuring their continued functionality. Smoke alarms should be tested monthly by pressing the test button and listening for the alarm sound. If the alarm does not sound, the battery should be replaced or the unit should be inspected for any malfunctions. Smoke alarms also have a limited lifespan and should be replaced every 10 years, or as recommended by the manufacturer. Over time, the sensors in smoke alarms can become less sensitive, reducing their ability to detect smoke accurately. Replacing smoke alarms at the recommended intervals ensures that they continue to provide reliable protection. It is also important to keep smoke alarms free from dust and debris, which can interfere with their operation. Regular cleaning with a vacuum cleaner or a soft brush can help to maintain their sensitivity. The requirements for smoke alarms in existing buildings may differ from the requirements for new construction. Existing buildings may have been built under older codes, which may have had different requirements for smoke alarms. However, any alterations or renovations to an existing building typically trigger the requirement to upgrade the smoke alarm system to meet current code standards. This ensures that even older buildings have an adequate level of fire protection. The installation of smoke alarms must comply with the manufacturer's instructions and any applicable local codes. Local jurisdictions may have additional requirements that exceed the minimum standards set forth in the International Residential Code. It is important to consult with local building officials to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations.